I'll answer to the first question. On which floor are the chairs and the table placed? I would tell we are on a roof, and we are surrounded by some by two or three alleys of two floor houses, and not far we have the chimney of a foundry.
Wow. That's kind of industrial compared to. Yeah. Okay. In that case, under our feet are dead leaves, not a carpet of them, but more than somebody should clean the place. Somebody should sweep the roof.
Okay.
Okay, so what's in the center of the table? There's a candlestick, and it's just enough that can still shine a light on the table, but it's really
Not much
should
left.
start get
Right.
not much left, and it's really being used till the last drop.
So the candle are very short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short. Okay. Okay, fine by me. Okay, here we go again. I grab my teacup, so I'm ready to play the scenes.
Yes, no more fake
Okay.
teacups. We do not accept it.
No. We play hardcore. Okay, so we can begin again. So now we play scenes from the past, and we take roles. And here is when the handout I'll give you on the begin will become needed. So we have 5 roles. Of course, in a 3-player game, we use only 3 roles. One of us will play as friend, so it's their character in the scene. One of us will play Katy, and the other one will play the shadow, which will manifest the discomfort and become okay, and go to conflict with the friend, basically.
I didn't really say a source of discomfort for my toy, now that I think about it. Unless you felt I did. Was it the word?
Yes.
Or
I mean, I imagine it was the Anticlair, the source of discomfort, or
I think it was
you wanna-
the conversation was the source of discomfort.
oh,
I'm sorry. Alexandra, I think you are muted or something.
yes.
Right.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said it could be something like whispers behind her back.
Right.
Because
Yes.
rumors and gossip.
Right. She is aware now that there is an atmosphere, there is a world or a dimension of discussion about her that she had never entered before.
Okay, so I need some clarification about why Katy is helpless about in front of the gossip.
Well, first of all, they occur when people don't know she is there, so she cannot possibly interrupt and
Okay.
participate. And second, that they are in an adult language to each other that she barely understands and has to guess at most of the time. So it's kind of she can't enter it, and it's kind of incomprehensible.
Okay, as a note, I wrote Katy has the right to reboot. Um,
Katy
uh,
has no
there's no right in rebuttal.
right,
So
right.
basically, he
Yeah.
cannot reply.
Mhm. And also, she doesn't really understand what
Yes,
there's a whole world of interactions and knowledge that are
It's like
completely yeah,
there's something wrong, but why it's so wrong
right,
is
right. Everyone
beyond
seems
her.
to be sure about this thing and that thing, and what is that?
of course. So for our first scene, I'll take the shadow because I'm the host, and normally we will go clockwise, but uh, I mean we are free to choose our order. So, Ron, Alex, do you want to go first with Katie or with friend? The role will switch and rotate in the next scene.
Um, let me see your discomfort. I'm okay with both. I guess I'll start as Katie.
So I will be the
Okay,
friend, I think.
so Ron. Okay, I put a message in the chat. Katie, and then shadow. So now we'll set a scene. Uh, Katie begins. Katie, um, point to which source of discomfort you want to see in this scene between the three we just created.
Um, I think I want to see the dress.
Okay. So now we kind of build the frame of the scene together. Ron, you as a friend, you can go over the handouts, but I try to summarize those as best I can. You as friend, you are responsible to make sure some minimum elements of the scene are set. So basically, when we are, where we are, and where you and Katie, Nappy and Katie are setting the scene.
Well, Nappy is on his shelf, of course.
Okay,
And the the other people in the scene are her soon stepmother to be,
okay,
as well as the person, the maid perhaps, who has taken out the dress and prepared it to be worn, because you have to look at it and make sure that it is not, you know, that it is suitable to be worn. And so now they have stuffed, Katie has had to be stuffed into the dress, and now her new stepmother to be, they have probably carefully explained to Katie what she is to call this woman and how this is all going to be a different life after this special day. And so now this woman is inspecting Katie to see how she looks in the dress that she is going to be wearing. So it is just the fiance, as well as the maid and Katie, who are standing a little bit uncomfortably in the social room with all the bookshelves and little tables and fireplace and things like that, that
okay,
with Nappy, fortunately, sitting on his shelf where Katie can see him.
I
okay.
I think probably there's also a couple of mirrors, uh, so that Katie can look at herself in the
Yeah.
dress and she can be checked out from all the angles.
Okay, I think I have enough to start. So the scene starts and it starts with the maid gasps loudly, "My lady, you should see this." She say in a whisper to the lady. I mean to the new fiance slash wife, and she points out to the curtain to the lower part of Katy's dress, where a dry lift, a dry brown lift, is being trapped under the skirt, and then the fiance gasps as well.
A dry brown leaf, like from a tree or a branch or bush?
Yes, if you look out the windows, you see it's autumn, so leaves
Yeah.
are falling from the tree, and they are everywhere in the garden. And so the lady gasped as well, in a more polite manner, of course, but nonetheless, and says to Katy, uh, "Katy, dear, you don't, you didn't come out and play with this dress, don't you? This is not a play dress."
Katy starts turning around, trying to see in the mirror what's wrong. No, this is the special dress. It's not for outside.
And how come a leaf comes here?
It must have come in with the wind. I swear.
This is a respectable house, Katy. We don't have leaf just coming in with the wind. The maid nods.
The maid is
I
going to protect the reputation of the servants in keeping the house clean. She's not
Of
going to let
course.
that happen. Yeah.
Of course.
Katy
And
turns, looks at the maid, and she goes, "But you were there. There was a lot of wind, and the windows were open, and the leaves were in, and then the other little maid came and took them all away. Maybe one was left. I swear, I swear."
and the face of the maid is turns serious, and she says, "Little lady, little lady, um, all my stuff is prepared, trained, and it could possibly not miss a spot. And of course, it couldn't possibly miss a leaf." And she is very serious when I say it, and Nappy, you noticed that more than Katy. Of course, the maid sounds guilty, and sounds like he's trying to protect something. But the worst part, perhaps, is that the lady, the fiance, doesn't seems to be fair in this, and he stuck his hand on the ribs in like
Right.
very serious position, and he turns, he leans over to Katy and says, "Katy, are you lying to me?"
I think Katy's eyes are starting to well up.
What
And I
are
go,
my play options regarding Nappy?
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Yes, you are pretty much alive in any form you want.
Perfect. Well, Nappy, of course, has his little musket. And so he carefully sets down his flag, which stands there by itself, and takes his little musket, and he shoots the fiancée, the stepmother to be, in the bottom.